Look at me, 92 years. I have watched my wife leave this world. I have watched my friends go. I have watched my rivals fall away. I've even watched the man I used to be, the one who cared so deeply what others thought, finally fade. I'm at the precipice, right at the crumbling edge. I can see the drop below. Before I step off, I'm turning around to shout a warning to all of you still dancing back there at the party about the lie you're living. You carry an arrogant, cozy delusion, the belief that you have time. You treat your days like pocket change, as if you own an endless supply in some vault. I'm here as a witness to declare you bankrupt. We are all terminal. You understand this in your mind, but you don't know it. You haven't felt the chill of that blade on your skin. If you had, the life you're leading now would be impossible. So let me tell you about a man named Jack. The year was 1968. Jack wasn't just my friend, he was the standard. Smarter, handsomer, wealthier. A true predator. One evening we shared a drink toasting his latest conquest. He savored a Cuban cigar thrown deep in a leather chair and fixed his eyes on me. "Frank," he said, 5 more years, that's the strategy. 5 more years of the grind. I hit my number and then I'm out. Then I take Mary to Italy. Then I learn to paint. Then I start living. Jack had a map. He had a schedule. 3 days later, he stepped from his office building, clutched his chest, and met the concrete before he knew he was falling. A massive heart attack. 42 years old, he never saw Italy. He never lifted a brush. I stood beside his coffin. The tragedy wasn't Jack's death. We all face that. The tragedy was that Jack spent his whole journey waiting for it to begin. He treated his life like a holding room for a future that never came. The cruelest cut. I visited his office a week later. His calendar was choked with appointments for the next 6 months. His inbox overflowed with urgent pleas. The world didn't pause when Jack died. His company filled his role in a fortnight. His clients forgot his name within a year. And right now, looking at you, I see Jack. You're whispering the same fiction to yourself. I'll be happy after the promotion. I'll travel once the kids are grown. I'll mend fences when he says he's sorry. Here is a granite truth from 92 winters. There is no later. There is only now. And if you are trading your now for a later you cannot guarantee, you are making the poorest wager ever placed. Let's discuss your possessions. I observe your generation fixated on hoarding. You acquire objects you don't require with currency you haven't earned to dazzle strangers you don't respect. My world is a small room now. A bed, a chair, a photograph of my wife. I once possessed a sprawling house. I once owned luxury cars. I once had a garage of amusements. And I tell you with the piercing clarity of the end, it is all landfill. I've attended countless farewells. Never once have I witnessed a U-Haul hitched behind the hearse. When you go, your children will pay someone to enter your home and heave 90% of your cherished things into a trash pile. The remainder they'll barter for coins at a lawn sale. That is the finale of your materialism. Tomorrow's rubbish. So why do you kneel, breaking your own back to purchase it? Why labor for 60 hours a week, forfeiting your daughter's youth to afford a car that idles in gridlock? It is insanity, and you will not grasp the insanity until you rest where I rest. By then, it is far too late for refunds. Let me describe the great triumph. 1979, I was named Businessman of the Year, a grand banquet, black tie affair. I approached the podium to applause. I felt immortal. I felt I'd conquered the game. I returned home that night, trophy in hand. The house was dark. My Alina was asleep. My children were dreaming. I sat alone at the kitchen table with a scotch, studying this slab of glass. I understood the applause had faded. Those people didn't cherish me. They valued what I could provide. And the souls upstairs, the ones who truly loved me, I'd ignored them for months to claim that glass. I traded my son's championship games for late nights at the office. I swapped an anniversary dinner for a merger. And for what? That trophy now dwells in a basement box. I've lost track of it. But the memory of my wife's wounded eyes when I canceled our plans, that remains right here. That endures. You imagine your career is your monument. It is not. It is a trade. You are auctioning the irreplaceable hours of your life to fortify another's empire. If you fell today, your position would be advertised before your death notice. Do not worship at the altar of your profession. It will not return your affection. It will not grasp your hand when the dark descends. So what remains? If wealth is illusion, career a cage, and possessions trash, what is left? I will tell you. The only treasures you retain are the ones you bestowed upon others, the love you gave, the time you gifted, the connection. Sighs, in this chair, I don't replay the boardroom victories. I replay the Sunday mornings with Alina. I replay the echo of my 3-year-old's laughter. I replay helping a stranger free his car from a snowdrift. That is the only true currency. So here is my challenge, the uncompromising strategy for your remaining days. First, murder your ego. You are petrified of appearing absurd. It stops you from risking the venture, from asking her out. Why? Fear of their opinion. Let me free you. Nobody is staring. They are too consumed by their own anxieties. You are the protagonist only in your own story. To the rest, you are ambient sound. Stop letting the phantom judgment of others paralyze you. Their opinions will decay in the soil beside them. Second, practice the last time. This is a stoic tool and it will remake your world. In any moment, remind yourself that a day will come when you do this for the final time. One day you will lift your child for the last time. One day you will kiss your partner for the last time. One day you will sip a coffee for the last time. You do not know when that day arrives. It may be a decade hence. It may be today. Live with that awareness and you will never again treat a moment as ordinary. You will savor the coffee. You will extend the embrace. Third, wake up. I'm 92. My spine aches. My sight is frail. But you hold the golden ticket. You have your vitality. You have your youth. And you are squandering it, scrolling through a glowing rectangle, dulling your senses. Cease. Step outside. Feel the air. Study the sky. Phone your mother. Forgive your foe, not for them, but because you lack the time to haul the baggage of bitterness. We are all bound for the same end. It is our sole certainty, but most people never truly live. They merely exist. They choose safety. They choose comfort, and then their time expires. Do not be Jack. Do not await the 5-year plan. Taste the exquisite meal. Book the flight. Say, I love you first because the mechanism is counting down. Can you hear it? That is the sound of your life draining. Do not let it drain dry. I am weary now. Go live.